Hi guys, welcome back to Mums in Melanin. My name is Tukumbo.
I'm Ayola.
I'm Debbie.
I'm Takoni.
And before we go any further, I need to know, have you subscribed? If you haven't, you need to get on board. Like you haven't. Click the bell. We appreciate your support each and every single week. If you haven't followed us on Instagram, TikTok, see us there as well. Wait, it's good. But anyway, we are funny. Anyway, today we're talking about the lengths parents will go to protect their kids. Like, how far are you willing to go? We're going to be touching on some celebrity examples. So, Debs, what are your thoughts on this?
It's Debs, yeah? It's such a celebrity example.
Listen, the fact of the matter is this: as a parent, you're gonna go to any extreme, any lengths to protect your children, and if you don't, then something ain't connecting because But what comes to mind when you say that? When you did say celebrity examples, in the first instance, I'm like, okay, Harry and Meghan. Harry uprooted his family from the royal family, the most famous family, like that there is. He uprooted his life, took his family for the sake of his wife and his child, and fled and said, "F everything, I'm gone. You lot keep your title, keep your monarchy, keep your kiniko. I'm taking my children. You're not gonna kill my wife like you did my mum." And for me, as much as like at this point I feel like you're just doing too much, like it's okay now. I understand because for the protection of your child, for the protection of your wife, what wouldn't you do? Do you know what I mean?
Especially when you've experienced something similar yourself.
And you know, like we know like snippets. We know what the media feeds us or what the Crown shows us, but he knows the real. Do you know what I mean? He knows what's actually going on. So for him to take that stance and say, I'm going. This is my child's life. This is my wife's life. What are we doing here? You people are gonna run her down like you did my mum. Like it hits differently. So when I see that, and I'm like, okay, as a father. Yeah, I applaud you. Do what you need to do. As a husband, I applaud you. Do what you need to do to protect your family. And that's what should be happening. But then it's not always the case, right? Like, because if that was the case, we wouldn't have social services, we wouldn't have child protection agencies. Like, there wouldn't be these systems in place to protect children if the parents were doing what they were supposed to do.
In the best interest of the kids,
Yeah.
So it's just like, I don't know. What do you think? Like,
But I feel like with Harry, like, I feel like even before he got with Meghan, even before everything, he did seem like most likely to give it all up.
100%.
Most likely to do something different.
He was already different.
I wouldn't say give it all up, but he
was going to be the different one.
He was going to live his life.
Yeah.
But he had the leeway to do that though, because he's just
because he's not next to the family.
Yeah, so I feel like it's obviously it's very difficult, but I feel like I don't know. Again, that's the thing. When papers make all these, I don't know why they're so shocked because I always felt like it's in him to do it. That's what I'm trying to make. Do you understand? It was in him to do something different and something drastic and to be that sort of person in the royal family. Do you know what I mean? It's always him. When there's something going wrong, it's him they're putting.
I agree with you.
So I'm not too shocked. But I'm trying to, I guess, relate it to parents. I guess the ones that sort of do take a stance for their kids and do all that, I think those are the people that they're able to risk it all. Do you understand? Like they have that strength and courage. I feel like the ones that stay with the molesters or they turn the blind eye, life has already crushed them. Do you understand? Trauma was already there from before. Like, that's I don't know. That's my initial sort of thoughts.
So what are your thoughts on parents that cover up their children's mistakes? So for example, you know, like you always see like
enablers, basically.
Yeah, like not even like, okay, your child, you know, it's always in these films like the child runs someone over with their car and then they come home and tell their parents that this is what they did, and then the parents say, okay, fine, I'll fix it. They pay their lawyer to get rid of the car and cover it up, and they ultimately protect their child from whatever harm or repercussions come their way. What do we see that is? Because they're in their eyes, they're going to the extreme to protect their child from the repercussions of their actions. But is that the correct thing to do?
Well, so I kind of get it. It depends what the response is for the crime. It just depends, because like obviously you need to like there's a I guess a consequence to your actions, and sometimes you need to face that. But in some things, like it's just like a mistake, and it's literally going to throw you're going to spend your whole life in jail. So I can understand why the parent will go to that length. It's not good, I guess that really, but I understand why.
The mistake is you've run someone over.
Are they dead or not dead?
Yeah,
they're dead.
You're going to the extreme because you don't want the extreme to happen to your child.
Yeah. So but then your child's not gonna go to jail forever for running someone over.
Okay, but they may not go because again, if the
it's
circumstances, it is a risk, but. The risk. What's the alternative? You now look at the
I can understand though. I'm not gonna lie.
I think naturally, let's be honest, your natural instinct is to protect.
Yeah.
Your natural instinct is panic. I need to save you from what could be. So yes, there might be. It may not go that far, but it also may go that far. So natural.
Are you willing
as a
to put
parent
yourself in the line of fire as opposed to?
I think most parents will put themselves before they even realize that. Oh, I may have perverted the course of I feel like naturally you already. I think it's just, do you know what I mean? You know, there's some things that you just do, like it's just like an instinct reaction. I think you would have already mistakenly covered the chat and then be like, do you know what I mean? And it's naturally because, again, it's a mistake, but the truth is this could go so far and you could be throwing away the whole of your life. Do you know what I mean? So I get it, it's not a good thing. And no one's saying it's a good thing. No one's saying, anyone should do something like that and run away. God forbid any of our children will ever be in that predicament anyways. But obviously, I can understand the thought process of a parent who's trying to, in that moment, fix it. Because that's what they're trying to do. They're not trying to pervert the cause of justice. In their head, they're just trying to fix it.
But also, do you know what I mean? It depends. Obviously, this is like an accident. You accidentally run someone over. Yeah. It's different now if someone else says, they beat their partner to death. That one now is it's a different one.
See you later.
I need to take you somewhere.
Were you driving them to the police station?
No, everything. That changed the whole dynamic of this.
It was like manslaughter, it's accident. Like,
listen, something that's accidental.
No, but even this whole thing about it being an accident. I mean, how do you know it was an accident? Really?
No, but let's say it is because beating someone up, it can never have been an accident.
Okay.
That one, you're intentional.
That one is scary because you've beat a whole human. You've now come to me as another human to come and talk to me.
But that human
Hello?
So that human is a human that you made.
Somebody made the human that you... Hello?
That you went to guys, true.
Hello?
Okay, fine.
Let me not lie. God forbid. I can't even join you people in this conversation. I can't. This is why we must fast and pray. I'm so sorry. I can't even join the conversation. I realize that. I'm afraid. If it was a person...
We're talking about a person though. Just separate. We're just talking about a person.
Externally, yeah. So Jim's
of
son.
Of course, it's Jim and James.
Because I was ready to...
No,
guys, I'm sorry.
It's someone different.
I can't even... Yeah.
It's someone different
Cool.
over there.
So what we say, so basically, Jim's son has beat up his wife and unfortunately the wife has passed away. Jim's son now came home and told Jim.
Yes.
What should Jim do?
Yes.
Jim, I'm not gonna lie, Jim is looking around for safety measures. I started laughing. Because you know, to beat someone up here, it's not like a weapon that kills someone instantly.
But can I tell you something?
It's actually a thing.
Let me interject. Yesterday we were driving. What did we see? There
were two guys.
The guy was
throwing his bike at the other guy. They were throwing blows.
Hey, stop that!
And these guys were in the car. They're across the road.
But he punched him, the guy from the throat.
Jeez.
All it takes is one punch. That's why it could be accidental, you know.
Yeah.
One punch in the wrong place.
But I'm so sorry.
But why were you? But you were fighting, right?
We're talking about strangers. We're talking about in this context. We're talking about before their relationship.
If one of them
but again, that's kind of like an accident.
Exactly.
No, it's not. How did you punch her in so hard by accident?
It happened.
Can I tell you that once we start defending a punch being an accident, we've got a problem. What? And it's a no for me. I'm not gonna lie to you. The second you can,
equally, even a push can even a push.
Was not meant to kill the person.
But even a push can kill someone.
This is why you need to have self-control. I do not believe in taking things too far because you never know how far it's gonna go. But it's true. I'm so sorry. It's
as a manager,
don't start that. I punched, but it was only meant to be a punch.
Even a push.
Why did you punch? Why did you
the push and they hit their head somewhere?
Yeah, walk away. Know how to control your. I'm so sorry. I'm very big on this because accidents do happen and they can be so detrimental. That's why little things. You people think I jump every second when these children are jumping from. Hello, calm down. Because that window so they're jumping from that seems like nothing can be something. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So if you're in a household and you've come to explain, Jim, it's not me. Jim's son came to explain to Jim that it was just a punch. I'm really concerned about the punch. Why were you punching? It's not. I'm so sorry for me.
So
I can't take it as accidental for me already.
In that scenario, you're not protecting Jim's son.
Yeah, no.
Jim is not protecting his son.
Jim's son. James needs a good lawyer.
James, are you gonna find James a lawyer?
I don't know
James now.
I'm saying. In the instant, is James's mum finding James a good lawyer?
Yeah, you still do your best. Still do your best.
you're supporting your son from a distance.
You still do your best.
This is even up close, but you know, I'm not.
But you're not going to run away from the reality.
Yeah, this one you can't really bury the body with that one.
But car accident, you can wash that one away.
Yeah, but to be honest, it's not really. I don't want to disclose what my escape plan was.
He has an escape plan.
You know, man.
What?
Listen, anyway, in other news.
Oh my gosh.
You know how scary that is, though, knowing that it's
the two of them together.
I guess, you know, it's back to how far would you go for your kids? Yeah.
Guys, it's actually scary. It's scary, you know, because things happen. People do things. For example, it might not be you speeding. Maybe you like on a dual carriageway and someone's actually depressed and they decide that they want to walk into a road or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Things actually happen.
Just like now, it happens to be you.
Exactly. It's not you breaking the law. It's you going home from whatever. Things actually happen. It's very, very scary to be put in that predicament. But I think equally the possibility that your child could lose a huge part of their life from an accident, even if it is manslaughter.
Yeah.
I can't. Do you know what I mean? It's too much.
Yeah. But I think you know, like I don't know so much of the UK, but you know, you see those American documentaries,
and that's what we're basing it on.
That's people go to jail sometimes for crimes they don't commit. You only imagine how helpless the parents feel. The child is saying, "I didn't do it." You trust your child that they didn't do it, but now they're gone forever. That's what in this life. I'm not gonna lie.
Is that
Khalif Browder, that boy?
They wrapped him, in the map. Oh, Khalif Browder, in Rikers Island, yeah.
I was even thinking about the 5 boys. What's just them and like how young they were, and the one was buying chips. You know, like they'll just do regular things and just like
but
that.
that's like a joint enterprise here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe you're with your friend and then they go off and do a crime because you're with them. You maybe you know they're doing a crime. They bundle everybody up, everybody in jail. It's so
scary, you know.
Yeah.
This is why I always run away.
I'm so done.
But that's why, honestly,
don't involve me in rubbish. I'm not interested.
But honestly, parents of black children, parents of black boys, like, you have to have in mind, like, legal. You have to have in mind. I was talking to someone the other day, and he was saying he got arrested, and he got arrested for. He's now in his 30s, but he was talking about, like, as a teenager. He bought the train. And the police really got on his face. They even roughed him up a little bit.
I saw that. Was that recently?
No, I
saw one recently. I saw one recently.
She was running away. Don't mind her.
They roughed him up.
Sorry. Yeah.
And they took him to the station.
Yeah.
His dad came down with a solicitor.
Yeah.
They brought him out. Do you understand? It's how you want to appear. And I think a lot of our parents, they were on the side of the police too quickly.
And they didn't know.
But they also have fear of the police. This is a different reality. This is a different. What do you call it?
Yeah, I know.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Generation.
it's completely different.
Yeah.
Generation. That's the
Yeah.
And you also have to think about the fact that to get a good lawyer, they're not cheap, you know.
It's not,
you can't just turn up and rock up with Jim that was doing service police overnight. Do you know what I mean? Like, so it's actually mad.
Yeah.
Like even the preparation, because you may not have the tools or the funds to be able to even come ready. And even that in itself is scary.
It is. But I feel like it should be a priority. At least, you know.
Because the police, mistaken identity happens in this country.
Making the child aware of their rights and what they should and shouldn't say.
Yeah.
Or as a parent, making yourself aware of your rights.
Both.
Both, yeah.
And also letting them know where people have been wrongly arrested, taken and wrongly imprisoned. People need to know that it's a reality. It doesn't actually take a particular person.
So as mums here, with all having boys, what is the age that we say to our boys, listen, the police are not our friend? Or if you even do say that, or what's the conversation?
How old are they in year 4?
I was 8, yeah.
How old are they in year 4? How old are they? 8, yeah.
Because you know, it's when they start seeing you as a criminal, as an adult. It's when the tables stop turning from, oh, this is a cute little black boy, to, oh, no, this one from the shop. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's when they know. I don't know when that age is, because some kids, they look big. They're young, but they look older. So it could be maybe 8, it could be 10. But I just think it's just worth that conversation. You can't just be chatting freely, even though the police was their uniform. There's something you can't say it because it could be used against you in the court of law. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just.
And another reason why
just stay quiet
to talk to your children about it is because, or understand how they should be dealing with it, is because I remember our school days. We were on the bus and the police came, they stopped the bus, they told everyone to get off but one particular girl, right? This girl, she didn't do anything. We're all together, we've all been together. Long and short, they said they saw her, that she stole someone's phone, they saw on CCTV, blah, blah, they need to take her to the station. That they're waiting for a female officer to come and search her. They kept this bus on hold an hour. It was just her and police officers. She couldn't call, she couldn't use her phone, she couldn't do nothing. She was just there. We were like year 9. How old is that? Like 13, 14? 14, I think, ish. Anyways. And long and short, it wasn't her, it was mistaken identity. But if she didn't, I don't know what she did or didn't say, but in that moment, if you're not kind of taught how to deal with these things, you can go and be saying what you shouldn't say out of panic. Do you know what I mean? What was it yesterday? Panic can cause a child to say anything.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say? So I do actually think it's very important just to prepare people that, God forbid this is ever you, but in the off chance that you're ever having this conversation, this is what you shouldn't be saying.
Yeah. Because the people in jail, some of them, they got found guilty. Some of them, they confessed to crimes. The pressure, people leaning on you, really like, but no, we saw you. All of a sudden,
or even they'll tell you, or the solicitor will tell you, do you know what, if you just confess, then you'll get less time because we're going to go down anyways. Stuff like that. These things happen.
But I just,
what is ringing in my head is the transition from being told that the police are your friend. If you're in trouble, you need to go to the police. If you don't talk to strangers, you find the police officer. If you ever get lost, go to the police. From it transitioning from that to the police not your friend. They see you as a villain. You're not a victim.
Yeah, I would. Now the first part of her is new to me. I've never heard. No. I agree with the first part. They go to school.
I know, but I've never thought of it like that. So
for me, I'm never gonna stop. I'm never gonna tell you that they're not your friend like that.
Yeah.
I think for me,
it's
the police
not
are your
really
friend.
a
If you lose
transition.
something, do go to police.
It's just the added information.
But if they come to you and you're the one in question, it changes. So understand that there's different ways to deal with different approaches. If you go to them, you're safe. If they come to you, no comment. I don't know, no comment. Because I do believe that they are
my mom. Where's my lawyer?
Because they are still a protection to society.
Yeah.
Not all of them are, wayward. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? So I still would want to instill that they do give some element of safety. Yes. However, when it's you in question, because you shouldn't be, isn't it? So when it's you in question, that's when you need to know that you have to protect yourself.
Fair enough.
It's wisdom, isn't it? It's cheap. But when do you start saying that?
I know now in this current age, Isaiah, if I tell him the police, they're coming for you, he's going to be like, the police are coming for me.
He's still so young.
That's what I'm saying, like, oh, mommy said she's going to call the police for you. Like, there's no real sense of, like...
I get that. Because I actually wanted to be a policewoman. So I loved police.
He said that he wanted to be a policewoman. And he's a policeman. And his dad looked at him like... He was like, oh, maybe a firefighter. In this kind of time, it's not resonating. He's not getting it.
Yeah.
Why did I tell her? It's my own fault. I said to her, listen, stop what you're doing now. I will call the police. There's a sound on TikTok that I saw. I thought maybe I'll use this sound. He said, give me 911. What's your emergency? I was like, hello. My daughter's not paying attention. She said, okay, what's the child's name? I said, Amara. So she's looking like... They're like, okay, we're going to send our officer. She's like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. And I was like, I didn't think this was... I really should have filmed it. But now she's like, oh, mommy's going to call the police. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. It's not really giving what I thought it would give. But knowing when there's that threshold of they're old enough to understand, I guess that they have to actually... experience something for it to hit home, because
I think it's from the age. I think it's from the age that. What's the youngest age that you?
Did you hear your friend?
We have to link it with racism.
No, because it's born out of racism. That's what the problem is.
But when you talk to your child about racism,
maybe it's that same talk that actually some people may see you differently or treat you differently because of this, and this is why.
But how about wait?
Police officer is not racist. My mom said
some people
that you don't like me because I'm black.
Some teachers, some people, isn't it? Some adults.
But
anyway,
what's the youngest age that you can? What's the youngest age that you're? What's the youngest age that you can get arrested?
The youngest age you can get arrested. They can arrest you at any age.
Yeah,
I think maybe 13.
There's a minimum age, I'm sure.
I'm sure there's an age that can just take you home. They can't arrest you.
Yeah, like the juvenile, like the young. No, it's your parents. No, it's your parents. I'm sure if you're under a certain age, yes.
Who said?
Yes.
Why?
Yeah. No, I'm sure. Somebody check this.
They can't just take you. Surely they have to take you to their parents
I'm
first.
so sure there's a minimum age that you have to be accountable for your own. I'm sure it's like 11 or 13.
Yeah, it's a teen age.
And I think that's when
I've had cases where they're teens. When they were 14,
yeah,
they got arrested for
I think it's 11.
shoplifting and that.
Before then, I'm sure it's your parents that they come and
it's not me.
report to.
It's not me. 10.
10.
See?
What
10-year-old?
So from 10 is when you need to instill that message. That's what I think.
Be arrested or charged with a crime.
Yeah, under 10. And at that age is when you need to be telling them, look, you're accountable for your own actions.
Yeah.
It's still young though, don't you think?
Very young.
But they're alert at 10 though. I think they get it. I think at that age they start to get it. In this society, my godson's 10, I know he would understand what I'm talking about if I was having this conversation with him.
Yeah,
they know what stealing is, like all of that.
Not stealing, but just being cautious, understanding.
Right from wrong.
Yeah, and understanding that it's not
information. 10, I think 10
Yeah.
10 is a good age. Because if they can be coming, at least that's what we back secondary school.
And you know some 10-year-olds, they look older than they are. This growth spurt thing is real. Puberty, you know, like so I do think it's a good age.
So I think that's the age you need to have those conversations.
Yes, I didn't hear that word. What did you use? I don't know. And I was really trying to connect the dots in my head. Sorry, continue.
Welcome to Debbie.
Welcome.
But I guess, the legacy goal to protect your kids. You do what you got to do, man. Within reason.
Yeah, you have.
Okay. So just a quick one, last one. So in terms of like physical altercation now, so you see your child is in something. Are you now putting yourself in the middle of it?
I'm not going to hit the other kid, but I'm separating.
Yeah. You have to say stop it.
You have to. You can't let. Are you going to?
Let me gonna go and fly kick it.
No, you're right. Maybe I should. I'll come back and talk to her later.
If they're losing, Debbie's in there with her fly kick and her punch.
I've always said, I tell my nieces and nephews, are you starting nursery? Okay, tell them your auntie is mad and I'm not afraid to pinch a 5-year-old. and they're looking at me like, okay, auntie, real talk. I feel like I didn't know their age when we were fighting. So
I'm so tired.
Someone has a hat over her knee. Don't mind this girl.
Would you let the kids fight? Because I'm sure some people let them toughen up to the
I don't know.
I'm not here for it.
It's building fighting culture in their mind. It's not okay. I'm not. Let's toughen up in jiu-jitsu in the class. Let's do it.
You know what? I want my children to be able to articulate themselves. So their words will do the fighting for them. It's not that you're
going to school.
Punch in the face though.
Exactly.
No, but you can't back up your words.
What do you mean?
No, forget that. If your words could cause someone to punch you.
Yeah.
Some people don't do words, so you do words. I don't do words. Yeah. You're giving me. I realize that's too much for me. Do you know what I mean? So my question is, when your time was and quickly uppercut came, what happened when you were dead? What did you do?
Me as a mother. Guys, ask somebody else because you know what I'm gonna do.
What are you gonna do? They don't know. Tell them what you're gonna do.
No, because that's how you'll be sending social services to my house now. I don't need that type of. Just know that when Jim and Jack said to Jim, "I can't take what you're saying to me, so I'm gonna punch you," and then Jim's dad saw him and said, "You ain't touching my son." I wasn't mad.
Nah, that parent, I'm calling the police.
For who?
No, it's not good.
But wait,
Jim and Jack Jones,
Jim and Jack should just get on with it.
No,
separate it.
But you don't go and a grown adult.
You're right.
Yes, I'm laughing for so many different reasons.
You're right.
You know this girl, yeah?
Cut, guys, I'm on the video show.
She said, cut.
This outro means. I really hope you enjoyed this conversation. As you get to our Mott's friends, are you one of our friends? So I hope you got to laugh with us. Tell us your thoughts on protecting your kids. Tell us your thoughts on protecting your kids and the lengths you will go to. What are your thoughts on when to have
Are you slapping them or not? Because that's what we really
Are you separating?
Do emojis for us.
Talk about how good the police on any of us.
I can't take you guys.
Anyway, guys, we'll catch up with you next week. Have a good one from us. Bye.